I gave this segment the name Imagination Station. Let your child mind roll for a reason. Model railroading comes into play with this segment, and you'll see why in a few moments. I went to an event that was both amazing and awe-inspiring, and it was called the Pennsylvania Christmas Expo in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It's an annual event that, for me, was, well, mind-blowing. I mean, I walked into this place, and my brain exploded. You see, this place is huge. It's like an entire state fair under one roof. Because of the time of year, it was filled with vendors selling Christmas wares. And I mean, anything you can imagine that was holiday related in December was on sale at this place. What came to my mind was, oh my goodness, this is like a child's wonderland in adult form. And I started thinking about ideas, of course, because I'm the idea person. And I thought, what wonderment is here in this vast space that if we would let our minds be childlike and just come and explore and open ourselves up to play, imagine the ideas that would come to us, and then we let ourselves make those ideas our reality. And we can do all of this in our minds before we do this physically in reality. So the ideas we get, they're all over the place. Our minds explode with ideas. We can't help it. Even those of you who say you don't have any ideas, that's bull. We all have ideas. And sometimes it feels like our minds are exploding with all of these ideas. And we're all over the place, just like the vendors you see in the picture. Sometimes we have trouble really focusing on one idea and getting going on that idea. So just like this Christmas show, with all the ideas that were confronting me, all the images, the sensory overload confronting me, I found the one thing that I could focus on that made the experience awesome for me. I'm a modeler. I do miniatures work, and I found a model railroad at this event, and that was my focus. So just like you can focus on one idea, I focused on the one idea of seeing everything I could see about this model railroad. Now, go back to childhood, or if you never did play in your childhood, I want you to just think about an imaginary world where humans create the entire world in miniature. I know you've seen a model railroad, but I want you to just pause and take in this scene. In our child mind, ideas abound. We played if we were fortunate enough in childhood. Now, think about the adults who imagined this train layout. I asked the guys who were running it, and yes, there were mostly guys there, how they created this layout. It was huge, and I was told that it started as a 4-foot by 8-foot HO gauge train layout. Let me explain real briefly about gauges and model railroads. You see, model railroads come in many different sizes, and the sizes are proportional to the real size railroad. And this HO scale railroad is the standard size for model railroading. And you can see in this picture how a full-size train compares to the little model railroads. And this isn't even the true scale. And I circled the HO gauge railroad just to show it's small. So we go back to imagination and ideas and how we can delve into our child mind to create a reality that we want to create, to actually envision it, to actually build that reality in order to make it real. As you look at the scenes of this model railroad, this is like video games where you create imaginary worlds. Think about how your ideas, one idea at a time, just like this train layout, one car, one town, one scene at a time, can create a world where things can be better, however you define better for those who mean a lot to you. What picture is in your mind of what you want to improve or what you want to change or build? One spike, one railroad tie, one car, one scene at a time to create the layout of the world that you imagine. You can recreate your childhood imagination and your childhood wonder, removing the barriers you've built up over the years, and you can set the cars on your track for the journey that you'll take to move your ideas to reality. Well, all I've done so far is present a concept to you, the concept of using your child brain, your child mind, to release the imagination within you, to get more ideas and to build on the ideas that you have. And I haven't told you the how. That's for a future segment. Right now, I just want you to bask in your imagination and visualize in your mind what you want to create with your idea. And I'll get to the how-to later. So build on your child brain and let your imagination roll.